Hello and welcome back to the channel. As you can tell from my last couple of videos, I'm really enjoying watching some of my Criterions, and I've been spending some time in the hallway just looking for titles to watch. And one of the films that I picked up a few sales ago is a film called Personal Shopper, and it's really been on my list to watch for a while. So I thought I would talk a little bit about that. I just watched this film yesterday, and I have to say right off the bat that this film, Personal Shopper, did not disappoint. Here is the cover of Personal Shopper, which is a 2016 film from Olivier Assayas, and hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. And there's the back of that one with some extra features there. And this one is spine number 899 from the Criterion collection. I just love this cover, and if you've already seen the film, you know why this image is particularly important or can be important. I wanted to show the inside briefly too, and then I'm just going to talk about the movie a little bit. But I love this these photographs in the side. Again, a very haunting package, a haunting cover for a film that very much deals with the occult in some ways, the afterlife, spirituality. But I really love this film. It was really a film that I really didn't know anything about. I know that the director did another film, Clouds of Sils Maria. And Kristen Stewart is in this movie, and I really thought she gave an amazing performance in the film. So really enjoyed that. I'm really, as I do these reviews of individual titles, I really don't want to spoil the film, especially if you haven't seen it before. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about the plot, but basically I'm going to maybe summarize what's already on the back or what you can find online, because I really don't want to spoil that first time viewing if you haven't seen the movie. But this movie is really about Kristen Stewart plays a personal shopper, someone who shops for someone else in the movie, and she is going through the grieving process for her brother as she's living in Paris. And so it was interesting to see the film show a lot of Paris. I mean, she goes around on a motorcycle for a lot of the film. Not a lot of the film, but some of the film anyway. So it's nice to see the city. But I wanted to talk a little bit about just my general impressions of the movie. Again, I love the movie. I felt it had a bit of a slow opening. It was really hard for me to get into a film. I don't know if you have this experience, but sometimes it takes me a while to get into a movie. And usually by the first 5 minutes or so, I know whether I'm going to be really drawn into it. And I really had to wait a little bit longer for this one. It's a very slow opening, some longer takes in the beginning of the movie. And again, I made some notes here too. But I really like the opening of the film. There is an old house at the beginning of the film, and Kristen Stewart is walking through the house, and there's lots of doors and windows, and it's very dark. So I wasn't sure how I was going to like the movie, but very quickly the movie picks up. And starts to do more, the director starts to do more quick cuts in the film that really improves the pace of the movie. As I mentioned before, Kristen Stewart, very good performance, very kind of subdued performance. She's going through a loss in the movie, and so many times her voice is very quiet. But I like it in the context of the movie. Sometimes the director uses a technique called fade to black, which if you watch any films, you know what that is. It's pretty much fading to a black screen. Generally, I'm okay with that, but in this particular case, sometimes I feel like maybe the director has run out of ideas for a good transition. And I felt like the fade to blacks in the movie really took me out of the story a little bit. So again, not a big deal, but just for me anyway, watching the movie, that was my impression of it. Usually if I'm really drawn to a story, if the filmmaker wants to go to black, it really pulls me out of the film. That's just a personal preference that I have. I would say I wrote down some key words about the movie itself. I feel like it's a mystery, it's a bit of a thriller, it's a bit of a horror movie too, about loss and grief, and it really also deals with the occult and the afterlife. I did watch, there's an extra feature on here. I started to watch the new interview with the director, and he talks about how he was influenced by a few books that his father had when he was younger, and that kind of got him interested in the afterlife and the occult and things like that. So the movie, like I said, is very ghostly. There's some ghosts that appear in the movie. And so that's kind of interesting. Some cool visual effects. Not a lot of extra features on this one. There's a 2016 press conference from Cannes, or the Cannes Film Festival, with Kristen Stewart and other members of the cast, and a theatrical trailer. Plus there's this essay that, again, I showed in the beginning. This is really more than just a photograph, but kind of a booklet with an essay in here as well. But overall, I really enjoyed this movie. I really, sometimes when you pick up a film, you're not really sure what you're going to get. I hadn't seen this movie before I picked it up, but I was really pleased with it. This movie also, for me anyway, really stuck with me. I was thinking about it a lot today, and I just watched it yesterday, but I love a movie that stays with you. Let me know in the comments below, too, if you have a movie like this that sticks with you for a day or a couple days. I mean, to me, that's the sign of a great movie, when it really stays with you and you think about the themes in the movie, the cinematography, the way the overall production was done. So I thought that was interesting that it stuck with me. Also, as I'm going through this journey, I seem to be watching more of my Criterions lately. Let me know in the comments below if you'd like me to talk about a specific Criterion. What I've been doing is really going to my Criterion shelf on a daily basis now and picking a title that really kind of speaks to me that particular day or time, and watching as many films as I can. So let me know in the comments below if you have a Criterion title, or really any film that you would like me to watch, and I will put it on my list and hopefully make a video about it. Thanks so much for watching today. I really appreciate it. If you like this video, click on like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. That would be awesome. So many great things coming up in 2022. I sincerely hope that everyone is safe and well, and I'll talk to you soon.